What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, that subscribe button. Listen, I had to come and make sure y'all get plenty of, and I really am sorry, but I'm also glad that I did, a live yesterday, because I was supposed to put out videos yesterday, but instead I wanted to catch a Trump rally because I never seen one before live. I never been to one, anything like that. So yesterday was definitely, special, but it was also crazy to me, that everything that took place. I'm not even gonna lie. My first time, y'all see it. Like I tell y'all before the video, like this is my first time doing this. Like y'all been wanting me to do this, and then it happened. And sadly, it definitely, it sucks. It definitely sucks, and it's sad that it happened. Like I said on my communities tab post, regardless, I am, a child of God. And, I did say, prayers to Trump, his family, the person, the victims that, I think they said was wounded, as well as somebody that did pass away. I'm pretty sure they said a fire chief. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to get anything wrong or nothing, but I'm pretty sure that's what they said. Prayers to him and his family, as well as, the gunman's family. Definitely. And I say that, and a lot of people, forget him and forget, regardless, it still affects the family, of somebody making something that, that is horrible. You know what I mean? Took an innocent life and wounded others, including President Trump. But definitely had to get in this video, so let's go ahead.
Benny, I don't really care if you're a believer or not. We all witnessed a miracle live yesterday, and by the end of this video, you are going to believe in miracles. I just put this up on X. We all witnessed a miracle yesterday. Look at that bullet. It's true. God had his hand on Trump. God's not done with America yet. What will you do to save America? I'll say it. Christ is king. Look at this. Look at it. Look at that. Wait till you see what I'm about to show you. Perhaps you've seen this image of the bullet whizzing by Donald Trump as it blows off his ear, or a big chunk of it. You can see the bullet distorting the air and space next to Trump's head as Donald Trump has his head turned sideways. Oh my. You've perhaps seen some of the iconic images of Donald Trump. This is the second that Donald Trump noticed the blood on his hand as he removed it from the side of his head, hearing his ear getting ripped off, feeling his ear getting ripped off. Donald Trump with the triumphant, defiant fist. They'll carve this face on Mount Rushmore. They will. I'll personally carve it on Mount Rushmore. Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps you've seen these images. There's something that Donald Trump's chief spokesperson and longest serving aide had to say this morning that shocked me to my very core. It's a man named Dan Scavino. If you know Trump world, you're very familiar with Dan Scavino. He's sort of in charge of Donald Trump's online personality. He's in charge of all of Donald Trump's social media accounts. It's a very big job, and Dan Scavino is a legend. Dan Scavino said something, again, that just shook us this morning. Here's what he says. Thank God last night's rally was one in which President Trump wanted to use and reference the Jumbotron, something that Donald Trump does sometimes, but doesn't do other times, causing him to slightly move his head at the moment the shots were fired. He is grateful for all the prayers, love, and support as we prepare for Wisconsin. Check this out. Trump's sudden head movement rotated his head clockwise, milliseconds away from this headshot, blowing out effectively the back of his head. Watch this slow motion turn at the very last second as the first shot is fired. First, let's watch it at full speed.
I want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
You've seen this clip, ladies and gentlemen. Now you heard the first shot ring.
And make sure y'all stay tuned for the next video I'll be dropping. We're going to talk more about, initially what happened, the Secret Service, the police officers, people speaking and stuff like that.
You see how quickly this is all happening. Now watch it in super slow motion. You can see President Trump referencing a large Jumbotron that had some economic data on it. Donald Trump turns his head. When he hears the shot, the blast takes his ear off in that second. Let's go back. Donald Trump turns his head right there when he gets hit. There he's hit. The turn of the head, the clockwise turn of the head saved Trump's life. In that very instant, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is alive right now because of divine intervention. Check this out. You probably haven't seen this. Flag got tangled today at the Trump rally right before Trump came on. It looks like an angel. This was the flag behind Donald Trump that was tangled. Many online saying it looks like there's an angel literally hovering over the stage at Donald Trump's rally. Everybody online is looking at the schematics here and saying, oh my heavens. This person had an open shot on the president, this monster, this dead monster.
Trust me, I know a lot of y'all gonna have questions, but save it until, y'all can ask the questions on here, but I'm telling y'all, we got a video we're gonna check out next video. It'll be dropped after this, so just stay tuned for the next one. It will be dropped tonight. We're gonna talk more about this.
Democrat had an open shot on President Trump. Eyewitnesses say that they screamed and yelled for the police to do something about it, and nothing happened. The head of Secret Service and leader of the security detail should resign immediately in disgrace, says Elon Musk. But when you look through the actual footage, of course, you see how much advantage evil had in this moment, but God had other plans. Best footage I've seen so far. If you've never seen what divine intervention looks like, this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, the high-def footage of Donald Trump dodging within millimeters death and staring death in the face and staring back. It's having everybody on the internet saying this is divine intervention. Every frame of the attempted assassination is nothing short of proof that it was divine intervention. There's so much power in these photos. These are the most iconic photographs ever taken in American politics. Without question. Everybody's saying it. There's nothing short of divine intervention that Donald Trump is still alive. This country was an inch away from national catastrophe and a political future we don't ever want or fathom. Pray for our country. Life sometimes hangs in the balance with a head tilt. Without President Trump tilting his head at the last second, he'd be dead right now. Feels like divine intervention, honestly, says Robbie Starbuck. Divine intervention. Literally a fraction of an inch, the last millisecond, 100% divine intervention. If you are a believer, you know that God spared Donald Trump for a reason. Yes. New angle of the attempted Trump assassination shows the turn of his head at the very right moment. What do you think God had his hand over Trump today? Really remarkable. Just a tilt of the head, says Carrie Lake. God has bigger plans for President Trump. He has bigger plans for all of us. It's time we come together and save this country. Marco Rubio said God protected President Trump. This was a perfect take, and right away. I believe that this was God's hand and intervention, says David Harris Jr. Thank you, Jesus. The head tilt at the very end. Moments like this where God intervenes, a beam of light in your shooter's eye, a gust of wind against the bullet. Behold, a miracle. We all witnessed a miracle yesterday. People may think memes like these are corny. I think they're real. I think it's accurate. I think it's accurate.
It could have been bad. It definitely could have been bad. And it was bad. I can't even say that it could have been bad. It was bad because there was innocent people that, did get wounded. It was somebody that lost their life. And honestly, I don't care what nobody say. Somebody losing their life, others, their family members. Think about their family members. That really messes, that messes with them. That messes with the people that's there. It's traumatizing. Like I said on my live, I don't know if a lot of y'all caught my live. Make sure y'all go check out my live video. I literally went through something like that in my own home. So when I seen that, and y'all see me, I'm checking my heart rate. Like I'm making sure I'm good. I'm checking, because that stuff, bothered me to this day. Going through stuff like that. So when I seen that, it messed with me a little bit. It definitely messed with me. So I can just about imagine the people that, seen that, witnessed that, or something like that is definitely messed up.
There's no other way to explain it. Trump turns his head at the very last second. How would you explain it? How do you know miracles are real? Look how close the bullet was to ending Trump's life. If it hit him in the chest, in the throat, in the face, there would be no more President Trump today as I record this. This was a miracle. Just going to say it. A miracle, says some of Trump's oldest and longest serving advisors and Donald Trump's own family member, Laura Trump. Fear not, for I am with you, with a photo of Donald Trump protected. Donald Trump himself this morning saying God alone prevented the unthinkable from happening. We will fear not, but instead remain resilient in our faith, defiant in the face of wickedness. Our love goes out to the other victims and their families. We pray for the recovery of those who were wounded. The true character of Americans remaining strong, determined, not allowing evil to win. I truly love our country. I love you all. I look forward to speaking to you this week in Wisconsin. People are making AIs like this. Goodness. Donald Trump is safe. Donald Trump back in New Jersey. This is the footage of Trump getting off his plane late last night after the injury and after being wounded. But Donald Trump is walking. He is on his own, walking on his own fruition, and is able to do the stairs still after getting shot better than Joe Biden. I'll just say it. One of the biggest names last night on TV saying this is divine intervention was Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy saying, nope, this is God. There's no other way to explain it. And this is what Trump and his team are saying also.
Now, first of all, as we heard the story of that person, an innocent, enthusiastic rally goer who was shot and killed, first, our heart goes out to them and our condolences goes out to that family. But I should say this, Trace, is that I personally believe that God intervened today, not just on behalf of President Trump, but on behalf of our country. If you think about this, 1 centimeter's distance in the path of a bullet was the future of not only Donald Trump's life, but I think the life of the United States of America. Imagine what we would be talking about today were it not for a hair's length difference in the path of a bullet. And I think that that's frightening. And I think that this is a moment for us all to step back. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, voting for Biden, voting for Trump, it doesn't matter. This is a moment where if one positive thing comes out of this otherwise near tragedy, let it be this, that first of all, we saw a president, a commander-in-chief, who in his most vulnerable moment, you saw it unvarnished. He stood up, he took the fire, he took the hit, and still stood up for the people who he stepped up to represent. And I think the other thing we have to take away is that this is unacceptable in the United States of America. This is not who we are. Disagree or not, we settle our differences peacefully through free speech and open debate. Not this way. And so if one silver lining comes out of tonight, let it be that. And I hope that we begin the process of healing as a country while avoiding what could have been a national disaster that really, without exaggeration, could spell the end of the United States as we know it had this gone a different direction.
Exactly. And I definitely want to say I didn't really want to talk, too much, with that video itself. It is something that is sad. It is something that bothers me a little bit, because like I said, something like that, did happen to me, so seeing stuff like that, seeing other people witness something like that, it is pretty sad. I remember, yesterday texting my family, when it happened, and, most of my family is, Democrats, and, you get jokes about the stuff, and, I don't find I don't find any of it funny. You know what I mean? Just based off of the experiences that I've had myself, the things that people went through, the lives, that were taken, even the gunman. I know a lot of people, dislike, definitely, something that he shouldn't have done, the hate to where you have to do that and try to, at the same time, like I said, I'm a child of God, prayers to the, the gunman's family, the person that, was killed, people that were wounded, President Trump and his family, it's a sad situation. It definitely is a sad situation. And when people make jokes about stuff and that was a serious situation, regardless, however you put it, serious situation. Nobody should be making jokes. Nobody should be posting videos and, it's a serious situation. It could have ended badly. People don't think about stuff like that. Just imagine if if it were to, ended, badly, to where he was seriously injured. It is no telling what would have happened after that for the whole country. People don't think about stuff like that, and it's sad, rather make funny videos and saying, oh, well, dude, he had one job to do this and he had to do this and he had to, I don't find none of that funny. I don't at all. And it makes me mad, just seeing people, laugh about stuff like that, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. You know, it's definitely my thoughts. And I think it hits home. It hits a little bit harder because, first of all, that was my first Trump rally that I, watched live. I never been to one. I always wanted to go to one. And seeing that on live, being through what I've been through years back, it messed with me. So when people make jokes and when people do that, like, I just, it's crazy. I don't know. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the next video. We're going to check up on and see, and dig into details, more details of, what actually happened, so make sure y'all stay tuned. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. Thank y'all for everything. Catch y'all next one.